Hello and welcome guys. So today I was going to be filming my next couple of videos that I was going to be dropping over the next week. However, there's a really important step that I forgot to do and therefore cannot actually film those videos. Some of you might be wondering, oh, what is this important step? Well, I currently have a big pile of dirty brushes sitting in front of me that I haven't washed yet. So today, instead of a makeup video, I thought, why not put out a little video about washing brushes, because it is a very important step in your makeup. You have to have clean brushes to do makeup, otherwise you're getting old product, bacteria, germs, viruses. There's a fly in here. Got it. Bacteria, germs, things like that can get into the hairs and cause mold, and then that mold, bacteria, whatever, is getting on your face, and it can cause skin issues, spots, irritation, things like that. So I'm going to switch over to my phone in the bathroom and we will be washing some makeup brushes, and hopefully you find this video good, informing, a little bit different from what I normally do, and you enjoy it. So join me in the bathroom, guys. Alright guys, so welcome to my bathroom, where I'm going to show you how to wash the dirty brushes. So we have the dirty brushes here, which we are just going to take out, wash one at a time. For the smaller ones, you can probably do maybe 2 or 3 at a time. However, the big ones with cream products, I suggest doing one at a time to get them really properly clean. So cream products are foundations, liquids, liquids? Yeah. Foundations, primers, concealers, lipsticks, things like that. And then anything that has had powder on it, or something that's not quite as heavy, you can probably wash them 2 or 3 at a time. It's just a little bit easier to get them out. So what I like to do with my brushes usually is I usually have an alcohol brush spray cleaner that I like to use on the brushes for spot cleans. Maybe about once or twice a week I will do a deep cleanse on the brushes like I'm going to do today. So for that I'll use just a shampoo. This is a 2-in-1 shampoo and conditioner from Dove, because it's quite gentle and doesn't strip the hairs of any oils or whatever. So you want to get the water warm but not boiling. So what I like to do is take the brush and just run it under the tap a little bit first. Take the shampoo, just a little dot on the fingers, and then just work that into the brush on the fingers until you see it lather slightly. You don't want it to lather too much, just a little bit of soapy bubbles. And then once you've worked that into the brush, you don't want to work it too far up either, because then the damp is going to get into that area of where the glue is, where the hair is attached to the glue, and again that can lead to mold and dampness inside your brush. You're going to take this and you're just going to rinse off nice and lightly, and you're just going to squeeze out as much of that moisture as you can. Check to make sure you've got all the soap out of the brush. If you haven't, just re-rinse until you do, and you're just going to run your fingers along. So take your fingers like this and just run them down to remove as much moisture from that brush as you can. And then to dry your brush, I like to give it a little flick, and then you're going to leave it either upside down like this or lying flat so that the moisture doesn't run down the hairs and into that glue. I have just a little basket here with some plastic lining to leave the brushes in to dry. So we're just going to continue on with our bigger brushes, which are usually the ones that you drop on the floor, which are usually the ones that we use creams for. So that first one was not a cream brush, that was a powder brush. This one is the brush I like to use my cream contour on. So it's just the same technique again, just a little bit of shampoo, a little bit of moisture on the brush, and you're just going to run that shampoo through the brush. Get a nice lather going. You want it to stay near the top of the bristles unless the brush is fully saturated, in which case you're going to have to take it down a little bit further, but then you run the risk of getting moisture down in the metal part of the brush here. That is this brush now clean. And soap check on the back of the hands, and no, it's still soapy. It's really important to make sure you get all the soap out, because the clean brush doesn't squeak. So I'm just going to go ahead and do all the big brushes, and then I will join you again to talk about the little brushes that have only had powder or concealer on them. I'll be back. Alright guys, for this next bit I have brought you in a little closer, because we are moving on to brushes that do have a little bit more shape to them, like these ones. They are a little bit more tapered, so you have to wash them a little differently than what you would a big fluffy brush that doesn't really need a shape to retain. Why have you gone all blurry? There we go. Right, so I'm going to use take this one first, which is a taper kind of highlighter brush. So the same thing, just wet the brush, a little bit of soap, less than what you would take for the bigger brush, and then you're just going to take the soap like this. I'm not going to use it on my fingers this time, I'm going to take it on the palm, and I'm just going to try and keep the brush as much in its own shape as I can, and just work that product, that soap into the brush with small motions. I don't want to do this because I'm going to dent the bristles. So you just want small little circular motions. If you work it in too hard, you're going to deform the shape of the brush. So as you can see, the brush is now all soapy, and you just rinse that off. Again, just taking small little motions on the brush as not to disturb the shape. Make sure that we got all the soap out, which we did, and then we just squeegee it off. Give the bristles a little flick to make sure they're still in the right shape, and just pull them back together. And then we just sit that with the other brushes to dry it off. Okay, so this is a more domed fluffy brush, which was used for eye primer. So this has been, I wouldn't say fully saturated, but it does have a lot more saturation of product in it, because it is a cream product that is in the brush. So same principle, don't disturb the brush formation, but you really need to work the soap into this brush to get the product out. Really lather it up until you can see that the soap itself goes white, which is a good indication as to when the product has been removed from the hairs. And then you're just going to rinse it off and have a lovely clean brush at the end. Now this one might take a little bit more time to rinse off, as it was, I did have to work that soap in a little bit harder because of the cream product. Okay, so now I'm going to show you a really pigmented brush that is most likely stained, which is this brush we used for the purple in the 80s video. I'm just going to give this a little doo-doo. still just taking the same amount of soap I would for any other brush, and then just working that into the brush hairs itself. This is a natural fibre brush, so the shampoo and conditioner will be really good at keeping this brush nice and soft. This is not synthetic. With synthetics you tend not to need to condition them as much because obviously they are not natural hairs, natural fibres, they are plastic, so it's very hard to strip them. However, it is nice to just add a little bit of softness into that brush as well. So once we've done that, we're just going to rinse that off in the water. Now, because this is our natural hair brush, it might be a little bit harder to get that product out. I'm just going to reshape it. Yeah, it still looks a little dirty. However, it is clean, it is just stained. But that is how you wash your brushes, guys. I'm going to finish up here and I will get I'm going to finish up here and I'll meet you guys back in the studio. Alright guys, now that our brushes are all nice and clean and fresh, we just need to make sure that we store them in a place that is warm, dry, and isn't going to cause a build-up of bacteria or mold in the brushes while they are drying. Obviously that is the way I like to wash my brushes. There are other ways you can do it. There are other products you can use. There are specific soaps and things like that you get for washing brushes and sponges and your makeup equipment. There are also products like things you can put on your hands with little like knobbly bits that you can rub the brush in to work the soap into. But I like to just use my hands. It works the same. I don't feel like there's much of a difference. When it comes to washing metal implements with regards to makeup artistry or really any kind of metal instrument that you might use, for example tweezers or a spatula or a metal palette, things like this, I suggest boiling them in like a tub or something, and then spraying them down with like alcohol or a disinfectant spray or something like that, just so that you know there are no germs or bacteria living on them that you can then transfer from the implement onto someone's face and then give them an infection or cause them to have a breakout or something like that. It also helps just to remove any residual product that might be left on there that you've not quite been able to get off, either using a makeup wipe or just simply washing it. It just helps to really get in there and lift off that product. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video, guys, and you are inspired to go and wash your own makeup brushes if they're dirty, or if not, go and just clean something from your makeup kit or your entire kit. It's up to you. That's probably my next step as well. Clean out the entire kit before everything opens back up and we have to join the world again. But I hope you enjoyed watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, ring that bell, leave a comment, share the video everywhere. If you want to watch some of my other videos, click on my name and that will take you to my YouTube channel where you can choose a video for yourself. But thank you for watching, guys, and I will see you in the future. Bye.